Today, I'm bringing you a Japanese frosting. Some say it's the creamiest cream in the world. In fact, its name literally means very creamy, and I can confirm, it's incredibly smooth. I'd be so happy if you write to me and tell me what country you're watching from while I start the recipe. Start by hydrating 3 gelatin sheets, or 2½ teaspoons powdered gelatin, in cold water and let them sit for a few minutes. Meanwhile, in a saucepan, heat half a cup, 120 milliliters, of milk along with 1 tablespoon, 20 g, of glucose syrup. You can substitute it with 1 tablespoon of honey. Bring the mixture to a boil and let it foam up. Add the hydrated gelatin and mix well. In a bowl, place 1 cup, 170 g, of chopped white chocolate and pour the hot milk over it. Let it sit for a few seconds, then blend with an immersion blender until completely smooth and glossy. Now, gradually add 1 cup, 250 milliliters, of cold heavy cream in batches, mixing well after each addition to achieve perfect integration. Cover the cream with plastic wrap touching the surface and refrigerate for at least 2 hours. Time to see the magic. It's incredible how the texture changes after resting. Softness, creaminess, and firmness in perfect balance. It's ready to fill eclairs, tartlets, bonbons, macarons, cookies, and many other desserts, or any sweet creation you can imagine. Now, whip the cream for a few moments to make it even creamier. Look at this texture. Fluffy, smooth, it looks like ice cream. I divide the cream into 2 parts. I transfer the first part into a piping bag fitted with a large 1E tip. To the second half, I add 2 tablespoons, 15 g, of unsweetened cocoa powder and mix with the mixer turned off to avoid splattering. Then, I beat just until the cocoa is fully incorporated. I transfer the chocolate cream to another piping bag, and as always, I show you how to use it in my videos. Look how beautifully the rosettes hold their shape. They're perfect for decorating small desserts, individual pastries, or cupcakes. And just like that, our Namalaka cream is ready, smooth, creamy, and perfect for decorating and filling all kinds of desserts. I hope you liked this recipe and that you give it a try. Let me know in the comments which version you'd like to make first, vanilla, chocolate, or maybe another flavor. I left them at room temperature, and as you can see, they're dry on the outside and hold their shape, but inside, they remain soft, creamy, and truly exquisite. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any recipes. And don't go anywhere because up next, I'll show you more creamy frosting recipes that you probably didn't know about. Hey there, welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, we are going to make an easy recipe with very common ingredients: eggs, milk, sugar, butter, cornstarch, and vanilla. This is the famous pastry cream, easy, quick, and perfect for filling and decorating your desserts. In a bowl or dish, add 8 egg yolks and 250 grams, 1¼ cups, of sugar. Mix a little to break the yolks and add 100 grams, about 3/4 cup, of cornstarch. For this recipe, you will need 1 liter, 4 cups, of milk. Add a little of the milk to the mixture with the yolks and mix with a whisk until well combined and as smooth as possible, without lumps. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and mix a little more, then set it aside for now. In a saucepan with a thick bottom, add the rest of the milk and heat it over medium-high heat. When it's almost boiling but not quite, remove it from the heat and mix it with the egg mixture. Once everything is well combined, return it to the saucepan and back to the stove over medium or medium-high heat. Bring it to a boil, stirring constantly. At first, it may seem a bit tricky, but you will notice how the cream starts thickening and gaining texture. Keep stirring, and suddenly when it reaches the ideal temperature, you will feel it thicken and develop that smooth and recognizable pastry cream texture. Now, the next step is totally optional. At this point, you already have a very rich and perfect pastry cream. I am going to add 150 grams, about 2/3 cup, of butter. That's why I say it's optional. The butter will make the pastry cream even creamier. Add the butter at room temperature and stir until it is fully incorporated. To show you how to make chocolate pastry cream, I divide the cream into 2 parts and add 150 grams, about 1 cup, of chocolate chips to one of them. The cream must be very hot, stir until the chocolate melts. The pastry cream must cool completely before using it. To prevent it from forming a crust while cooling, cover it with plastic wrap, making sure the wrap is in contact with the cream. I let it cool at room temperature, and before using the pastry cream, I will whip it a bit. This step can also be done with a hand whisk. This step is to bring the cream back to its creamy texture after cooling. To store the leftover pastry cream, Place it in an airtight container with plastic wrap directly touching the cream. The pastry cream can be stored in the fridge for about 3 or 4 days maximum. It is not advisable to freeze pastry cream, as it loses much of its texture when thawed. You can add any flavoring, extract, or paste to the pastry cream, and you can even add a touch of liquor. I've transferred the vanilla pastry cream and chocolate pastry cream to piping bags with Wilton tips 1A and 6B and show you how beautifully it holds its shape and its firmness. I hope you enjoyed this pastry basic, and I'm sure it will help you make and accompany a variety of desserts. It's a perfect cream for filling and decorating with a piping bag, tarts, cupcakes, and cakes. Next, we are going to make another pastry cream, but this time lemon-flavored. Stay tuned, you'll love it. A delicious cream, very easy to prepare, and perfect for filling and decorating desserts. Add 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of milk to a saucepan, the peel of half a lemon, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract or lemon extract. Heat it over medium-low heat, but do not let it boil. While the milk is heating, squeeze a lemon and set it aside for now. In another saucepan, add 6 egg yolks, 150 grams, 3/4 cup, of regular white sugar, and mix a little. Add a little of the 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of hot milk and mix again. Next, add 50 grams, about 1/3 cup, of cornstarch, corn flour, mix until combined, and add the rest of the milk. Add the lemon juice and bring it to the stove. Boil it over medium-high heat, stirring constantly, until it thickens well. Now, the next step is totally optional. At this point, you already have a very rich pastry cream that's perfect as it is. I am going to add 60 grams, about 1/4 cup, of butter, so this is optional. The butter will make the pastry cream even creamier and shinier. Add the butter at room temperature and stir until it's fully incorporated. The pastry cream must cool completely before using it, to prevent it from forming a crust while cooling. Cover it with plastic wrap, making sure the wrap is in contact with the cream. I let it cool at room temperature, and before using it, I will whip it a bit. You can also do this with a hand whisk. To store the leftover pastry cream, place it in an airtight container with plastic wrap directly touching the cream. The pastry cream can be stored in the fridge for about 3 or 4 days maximum. It is not advisable to freeze pastry cream, as it loses much of its texture when thawed. You can add any aroma, extract, or paste to the pastry cream, and even a touch of liquor if you like. I hope you enjoyed this pastry basic, and I am sure it will help you make and accompany a variety of desserts. It is a perfect cream for filling and decorating with a piping bag, tarts, cupcakes, and cakes. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Share this perfect recipe with your friends to support my channel. Comment if you liked the recipe, and I would also love to know from which country you're watching my video. Thank you for your support, be happy, take care, and see you soon. Caramel cream extra firm is an exquisite preparation, smooth on the palate, and extremely delicious. Its firm yet silky consistency makes it ideal to give a special and professional touch to a wide variety of desserts. Thanks to its versatility, it's perfect for decorating tartlets, covering multi-layered cakes, or serving as a filling in various sweet creations. Its unique texture allows it to maintain its shape, making it an excellent option for precise decorations and consistent fillings. In desserts served in cups, it combines wonderfully with layers of cookies, sponge cake, or caramelized fruits, creating irresistible contrasts of textures and flavors. Additionally, it stands out as a key ingredient in artisanal ice creams, adding creaminess and firmness that elevate any recipe. Its balance of sweetness, firmness, and smoothness makes it an essential staple for both homemade and professional pastry. I'd be thrilled if you'd let me know which country you're watching from while I begin preparing this marvelous recipe. I start by preparing and measuring the 3 ingredients that I will use in this stage. I use 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of whole milk, although it can be substituted with lactose-free, skimmed, coconut, or almond milk, depending on preferences. I weigh 55 g, 2 ounces, of cornstarch, which equals 2 heaping tablespoons. In a heavy-bottomed saucepan, I weigh 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of white sugar. Next, I mix the 55 g, 2 ounces, of cornstarch with a small amount of the 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of milk. I stir well until it is fully integrated and set this mixture aside for later use. I bring the saucepan to medium heat and begin to melt the sugar, stirring constantly to prevent it from burning. The sugar will gradually melt, taking on a characteristic golden color and forming caramel. Once melted, I lower the heat and add the milk little by little, stirring well to integrate both ingredients. I let it simmer over low or medium heat, allowing the caramel to dissolve completely and the mixture to become homogeneous. This step may take a few minutes, but it is key to achieving a perfect preparation. Once the mixture has boiled well and the caramel pieces have fully dissolved, I add the dissolved cornstarch with a bit of milk. I continue stirring until the mixture thickens well. I let it boil for a few more seconds and then turn off the heat. Carefully, I pour the hot caramel into a heat-resistant container. Next, I cover the surface of the mixture with plastic wrap in direct contact to prevent a crust from forming. I let it cool to room temperature. Once it has cooled enough, I store it in the fridge for at least 2 hours or overnight. Here, I want to show you 2 types of cream that you can use for this recipe, one of animal origin and the other of plant origin. Personally, I use Purato's ambient plant-based cream, 250 milliliters, 8.5 fluid ounces, but either option will work perfectly. To start, I whip the cream for about 2 minutes until it reaches a firm texture. Once the caramel cream has completely cooled, thanks to its thick texture, I whip it lightly to soften it and achieve a creamy consistency. This makes it easier to incorporate into the whipped cream. I integrate it in 2 batches, whipping at high speed until achieving a smooth and homogeneous mixture. Additionally, you can mix it with unsalted butter if you're looking for a different variation. Caramel cream is extremely versatile and delicious. Its creamy texture and balanced flavor make it an ideal option for filling chocolates, achieving a perfect consistency that adapts to this type of preparation. It is also excellent as a layer in desserts served in cups, where its smoothness wonderfully complements crushed cookies, sponge cake, or caramelized fruits. With chocolate, combine it with dark chocolate ganache to achieve incredible flavor contrasts. You can also use it as a filling in brownies or sandwich cookies. If you prefer a more liquid and less thick cream, you can reduce the amount of cornstarch used in the recipe. This will allow you to obtain a more fluid caramel, ideal for topping ice cream, pancakes, or even as a sauce to accompany other desserts. This cream is perfect for decorating tartlets, cupcakes, and multi-layered cakes, adding a refined and professional touch. Its versatility allows it to combine with nuts or spices, making it a surprising ingredient for any occasion. Another advantage is that it is economical and easy to prepare. You can store it without any problems for 7 days in the fridge, well covered, or even freeze it to use later without losing its texture or flavor. For decorations, I recommend using large tips like Wilton numbers 353, 1E, and 1M, which are ideal for achieving beautiful and professional finishes. I hope you enjoyed this caramel cream recipe, and if it was helpful, you can support me by sharing my videos on your social networks. Thank you very much, and see you soon. French buttercream is a refined technique that requires skill due to the delicate cooking of the sugar. It is an exquisite emulsion of butter and syrup widely used in French pastry to create a variety of irresistible desserts. Its unmistakable flavor and creamy texture enhance the character of each creation, adding a touch of elegance and sophistication to pastry making. Although simpler methods exist to prepare buttercream, this particular one stands out for its ability to deliver the best results and exceptional stability. Additionally, its versatility allows for the preparation of small quantities with equal success. Its smooth and firm texture makes it the perfect choice for covering and filling cakes, thanks to its ease of spreading evenly over each layer. Moreover, its consistency makes it ideal for piping bag decoration, allowing for beautiful designs with precision and detail. In summary, French buttercream is an important ingredient that elevates the art of pastry to new heights of exquisiteness. Procedure and correct steps. In a heavy-bottomed saucepan, place 250 g of granulated white sugar, 1 1/4 cups, and 100 milliliters of water, 6 3/4 tablespoons. It is essential to follow this order, first the sugar and then the water. The amount of water is minimal, just enough to moisten the sugar, therefore, we avoid overfilling. As you can see, I've set a timer so you can control the exact time needed to make this buttercream from start to finish with the indicated quantity. Prepare the ingredients. Place the 8 egg yolks in a bowl. It's crucial that they are at room temperature, so it's important to take the eggs out of the fridge a while before starting to prepare the French buttercream. Begin on low heat and let the syrup reach 120 degrees Celsius (248 degrees Fahrenheit). Around 100 degrees Celsius (212 degrees Fahrenheit), start beating the yolks at medium speed. Although using a thermometer is useful, it's not essential. To check the sugar's cooking, you can dip the whole of a spatula, most have one, into the syrup and blow strongly to form bubbles this way. This means the syrup is ready. It will take about 8 minutes for this quantity. Once the proper temperature is reached, remove the syrup from the heat and let it rest for a minute. Then gradually add the syrup to the yolks without stopping the beating. It's crucial to pour the syrup in a thin, steady stream. Once it's fully incorporated, increase the mixer speed and continue beating until the mixture cools completely. I use a common hand mixer to make the cream, but if you have a stand mixer, the result will be even better. Once the mixture has cooled, start adding the butter, 330 g, 11.6 ounces, of unsalted butter at room temperature, softened to a pomade texture. Do not use margarine. The butter should be soft enough to press with your finger but not melted. Gradually incorporate it in small cubes while continuing to beat until achieving a smooth, shiny, and perfect cream. If you add the butter while the mixture is still slightly warm, there's a risk the cream will turn liquid or curdle, so be cautious with this step. If you won't use it immediately, it's best to store it covered in the fridge. Due to the butter content, it will harden over time. To make it easier to handle, take it out of the fridge a while before use. It's important to note that this cream is not suitable for high temperatures. Avoid leaving it out of the fridge in warm climates. Regarding its shelf life, this cream keeps well in the fridge for about a week and can also be frozen, maintaining its quality for up to 3 months. Once the French buttercream is ready, it's time to flavor it if desired. You can add coffee extract, chocolate, praline, vanilla essence, or other ingredients of your choice. You may also leave it plain. This recipe yields approximately 600 g, 21.2 ounces, of buttercream. If you think you don't need that much, you can have the recipe. When the cream is ready, it has a flexible, shiny, and creamy texture. As you can see, for decoration, I use the Wilton 1M piping tip. If you live in a very hot area, I recommend filling piping bags and placing them in the fridge for a minute or less, depending on the cream's texture. However, keep in mind not to leave them for too long, as the cream will harden and become more difficult to handle for decoration. Here, I'll show you how to tint this cream and its resulting consistency. Once tinted, it does not change its consistency at all, it remains firm and perfect. In this case, I am using a large piping tip, number 1E. Furthermore, I'll demonstrate a cake decorated and frosted with this same cream. With this amount, you can frost and decorate a cake approximately 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches tall, creating large rosettes. If you find my tips helpful and like my way of explaining, I'm delighted because many of you leave very positive comments and tell me that you finally achieve firm, perfect creams without curdling thanks to my tutorials. This fills me with joy, and I thank you for subscribing to my channel, sharing, and commenting. Thank you very much, and see you soon. In today's tutorial, we are making a very easy and foolproof recipe, Russian buttercream with Ferrero Rocher. With this recipe, you don't have to worry about feeling sugar grains, as we use condensed milk and butter. Condensed milk contains the necessary sugar and is already cooked. This cream is exquisite, smooth, firm, and has an incomparable Ferrero Rocher flavor. Stay with me and learn how to make this ideal cream for covering, filling, and decorating cakes, cupcakes, and many individual desserts. The first step is to prepare 6 Ferrero Rocher chocolates in a container where they can be crushed. You can replace the Ferrero Rocher with 2 tablespoons of Nutella and about 6 hazelnuts. Add 3 tablespoons of very hot milk and blend for 2 minutes or until it turns into a liquid paste. Transfer the Ferrero Rocher paste to another container and set it aside for now. The next step is to cream the butter. I use 250 grams, 9 ounces, of unsalted butter with 82% fat, at room temperature. This is the perfect texture it should have. Cream the butter for 3 to 4 minutes. I want to show you a trick to see the difference between butter at the beginning of mixing and when it's fully creamed. Take a bit of butter and place it on the side of a bowl like this. Beat the softened butter for 3 minutes on high speed, then add 150 grams, 5.3 ounces, of cold condensed milk and keep beating for another 3 minutes. Now, look at what I was explaining before. Take a bit of the whipped cream and notice the difference. It's white, silky, firm, and the taste. I can't even describe it, it's exquisite. Just like this, it can be used for filling, covering, and decorating cakes and desserts. This cream can be colored to achieve medium or deep tones using gel or cream food coloring. Next, I will add the Ferrero Rocher paste. I add it as is, with tiny hazelnut pieces. If you prefer, you can strain the paste through a sieve, this is totally optional. Add the paste and mix for a few seconds, just until combined, and it's done. The consistency hasn't changed at all, but the flavor has. If before we had a fine, silky, and exquisite cream, now it's even better. Make this delicious cream, you will love the taste. It is very easy to make and takes very little time. This cream should be kept refrigerated after applying or for storage. It is not very resistant in warm or hot climates. It can be left at room temperature in cold climates or air-conditioned environments. When refrigerated, this cream lasts for 2 weeks. Some may wonder if butter can be replaced with margarine or vegetable shortening. The answer is yes, but I wouldn't sacrifice the taste and the way it melts in your mouth. Thank you so much for joining me in this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this delicious Russian buttercream with Ferrero Rocher as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. This recipe is truly a game changer for decorating and filling cakes, cupcakes, and many other desserts. Its silky texture and rich flavor will surely impress your family, friends, or clients. If you try this recipe, I'd love to hear how it turned out for you. And remember, on this channel, we have many more tutorials waiting for you. Whether you're looking for piping techniques, cake decoration ideas, easy no-bake recipes, or other delicious creams for your desserts, you'll find plenty of inspiration here. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so and turn on the notifications so you never miss a new recipe. Thank you again for being here, for your support, and for sharing this sweet journey with me. I'll see you in the next tutorial with more amazing recipes and baking tips. In this video, I invite you to discover the art of pastry making with this irresistible recipe for Swiss meringue pistachio buttercream. Learn how to create a smooth and exquisite cream that will bring your desserts to life. With a unique flavor perfect for filling cakes and decorating cupcakes. This cream will be your ally in conquering the world of pastry making. Learn how to make it ahead of time and how to store it properly for your upcoming pastry projects. Don't miss this delicious recipe that will transform your desserts into masterpieces of flavor and elegance. Subscribe to my channel to discover more exquisite recipes and learn pastry tricks and tips with me to help you perfect your culinary skills. Grind the pistachios in a food processor until you get a fine and uniform powder. Weigh 200 g, 7 ounces, of sugar. (100 g, 3.5 ounces, of egg whites, about the whites of 3 eggs. Use a heat-proof bowl. I use the same bowl from the mixer. Stir a little with a whisk. Place the bowl over a bain-marie on medium heat, making sure the water does not touch the bottom of the bowl. Constantly stir the egg white and sugar mixture with a hand whisk until the sugar dissolves completely and the mixture reaches a temperature of approximately 70 degrees Celsius (158 degrees Fahrenheit). Beat the mixture at high speed using a stand or hand mixer until soft, shiny peaks form, and the bowl has cooled completely. This may take around 5 minutes due to the small quantity. Once the Swiss meringue is ready, switch the mixer attachment to the paddle and begin adding the butter in small pieces, ensuring it's at room temperature. This is the texture you should have. Use 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of unsalted butter. Margarine cannot be used. Beat at low speed until all the butter is fully incorporated, and the mixture is soft and fluffy. If you're using a hand mixer, continue with the whisk attachment until you get a firm, smooth, and perfect Swiss cream. This Swiss meringue buttercream with pistachios and butter is incredibly versatile and convenient to prepare ahead of time. Stored in the refrigerator, covered with plastic wrap, it can keep perfectly for up to 7 days, giving you the freedom to plan your pastry projects in advance. Additionally, its ability to freeze makes it an even more convenient option for future uses. Add the ground pistachios to the Swiss meringue buttercream and mix until evenly distributed. You can also add your favorite flavoring, such as vanilla or pistachio essence, to give an extra touch of flavor. Your pistachio Swiss meringue buttercream is ready to use as a filling for cakes or to decorate cupcakes. Enjoy this delicious and versatile creation in your favorite desserts. This cream is a true treasure for cake decoration. Its firmness and softness make it ideal for covering cakes with fondant, providing a stable and delicious base for your creations. Its perfect consistency also allows for sharp and precise piping with a pastry bag, making it the perfect choice for any type of decoration, from delicate details to high and extravagant swirls on cupcakes. In summary, this pistachio Swiss meringue buttercream is an invaluable ally for any creative baker. Its ability to be prepared ahead of time, its durability in the refrigerator, and its versatility in decoration make it an essential option in any kitchen. Enjoy your creations with this delicious and versatile cream. Thank you for staying with me until the end. If you enjoyed this delicious recipe for pistachio Swiss meringue buttercream, make sure to share the video on your social media so your friends can enjoy it too. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Swiss meringue buttercream is beloved for its smooth texture, rich flavor, and ability to hold its shape. It's an excellent option for those seeking a frosting that's not overly sweet and is easy to work with for decoration. This versatile and delicious buttercream is used across a wide range of baked goods. You can use it to frost cakes by spreading it evenly over the cake surface or by creating textures and decorations with a spatula or piping tip. For cupcakes, it's a popular choice as well. You can pipe it decoratively on top for a beautiful presentation. It also works perfectly as a filling between cake layers, adding a soft, creamy texture that complements various types of sponge cakes. Swiss meringue buttercream can be colored and used to decorate themed sweets, such as birthday cakes, wedding cakes, or any special event dessert. Experiment with different flavors and colors to personalize your creations. Here's how to make it. Start by taking a heat-resistant bowl, which can be the bowl of your mixer. Dry it completely and wipe it with a paper towel dipped in vinegar to remove any grease marks from previous preparations. Weigh the egg whites and sugar. For this recipe, use 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, of egg whites, 21 ounces, 600 grams, of sugar, and 32 ounces, 900 grams, of unsalted butter at room temperature. But we will add the butter later. Mix the egg whites and sugar evenly. Place the bowl over a pot of simmering water, creating a double boiler. Stir the mixture constantly. This generous recipe will give you enough to fill and frost multiple cakes. Stir the mixture constantly until the sugar dissolves and the mixture reaches a temperature of about 140 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. I use a timer to ensure precision in each step, giving you the exact time needed for this quantity. This process usually takes around 4 to 5 minutes. You can also check by touching the mixture with your fingertips to make sure it's warm and that the sugar has completely dissolved. Remove the bowl from the double boiler. Whisk the egg whites at high speed until they cool down to room temperature. It's essential to lower the temperature before adding the butter, otherwise, the butter will melt, making the mixture soupy or curdled. Swiss meringue buttercream is a firmer cream with several advantages. Compared to other frostings, has a velvety, smooth texture that's pleasant on the palate and offers a creamy, rich experience. This cream is more stable at higher temperatures than other butter-based frostings, making it an excellent choice for warm climates or outdoor events, as it's less likely to melt. This recipe can easily be made with a hand mixer. You'll use the same beaters from start to finish. However, if you're using a stand mixer, switch from the whisk attachment to the paddle once the meringue is ready, then add the butter at a low speed. After 10 minutes of whipping, the meringue should be ready, with the temperature at 104 degrees Fahrenheit 40 degrees Celsius, ideal for starting to add the butter gradually. Add your preferred flavor. I like to use half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Begin incorporating the butter cube by cube on low speed. As you add the butter, the meringue may become liquidy or appear curdled at one point. Don't stop, keep going until all the butter cubes are added. You'll see the mixture transform quickly, becoming smooth and ready to use within seconds. This magical moment is when the cream achieves its transformation, becoming deliciously smooth and silky. This buttercream is ideal for summer use, as it can sit out of the fridge for several hours. Avoid direct sun exposure, and keep it in the shade or a cool place during your event. Swiss meringue buttercream is also frequently used as a filling for macarons, providing a delightful contrast with the crisp shells of these delicate pastries. You can also use it as a filling for cookies, creating cookie sandwiches with a generous layer of this frosting. Keep in mind that the entire process takes about 16 minutes of whipping, and it yields a considerable amount. Use this cream to fill, coat, and decorate cakes and cupcakes. It's easy to work with and perfect for decorating cakes and cupcakes. Use different piping tips to create various designs and decorations. Compared to sugar-based icings, this buttercream is less sweet, allowing you to enjoy the primary ingredients' flavors without overwhelming sweetness. You can store it in the fridge for several days without losing texture or flavor. With this recipe, you'll have 1.7 kilograms of Swiss buttercream, enough to fill and decorate multiple cakes. You can also divide it and mix it with fruit pastes, syrups, chocolate, Nutella, or dulce de leche for different flavors using a single base. I transfer the cream into several piping bags with Wilton tips #1M, number 353, and large #1E so you can see its firm texture. It's perfect and, taste-wise, absolutely delicious. This cream can be prepared in advance and stored in the fridge for up to 5 days or even frozen. Besides being a frosting, Swiss meringue is excellent for making detailed decorations on cakes. You can create flowers, leaves, and other decorative elements with this frosting. As you can see, it pipes beautifully. You can also use it to cover cakes and desserts, giving them an elegant appearance and a delicious flavor. This extra firm buttercream holds its shape well, which is ideal for more intricate, elaborate decorations. Choose Swiss meringue buttercream based on your personal taste and the specific needs of the cake or dessert you're preparing. I hope you make this buttercream. It's delicious and very easy to make. Thank you for checking out my recipe. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future recipes. I can't wait to share more delicious ideas with you. Imagine a cream so silky and flavorful that it transforms any dessert into a masterpiece. This pomegranate and lemon cream does just that. Perfect for filling cakes, topping cupcakes, and creating stunning decorations, it strikes the perfect balance between sweetness and citrus freshness. Stay with me, and I'll show you exactly how to make it. It's easier than you think. Plus, in this video, you'll find many different creams for all kinds of desserts and cakes. Before we start, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment with your country, and share this recipe with your friends. Let's make magic in the kitchen together. First step, cut 4 pomegranates and 3 lemons. Then squeeze the fruit. You will need a total of 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of pomegranate and lemon juice. You can also substitute pomegranates with mandarins or oranges. It will be delicious in both cases. Prepare a saucepan in which you add 50 g, 1/3 cup, of cornstarch and half a cup of sugar, which is equivalent to 100 g, half a cup, along with a little pomegranate and lemon juice. Pass it through a fine sieve to remove pomegranate and lemon bits or seeds. Mix a little. I also tell you that you can add a smaller amount of sugar or substitute it with brown sugar or a sweetener. Add 4 medium whole eggs and mix again. Now add all the pomegranate and lemon juice to the saucepan with the eggs and stir very well. The cornstarch acts as a thickening agent, while the eggs provide creaminess and smoothness to the preparation. It is important to note that you have the option to substitute the cornstarch with 100 g, 3/4 cup, of all-purpose flour and that the eggs can be omitted. Take the saucepan to the heat and optionally add a teaspoon of vanilla extract or lemon essence. Without stopping stirring, boil the cream for 3 to 4 minutes or until it thickens very well. Pomegranate is appreciated worldwide for its unique flavor and health benefits. Pomegranates are one of the richest fruits in antioxidants. Regular consumption of pomegranates has been linked to lower blood pressure. Pomegranates contain anti-inflammatory compounds that can help reduce inflammation in the body. Lemons are an excellent source of vitamin C, which is essential for the immune system and healthy skin. It is important to remember that both pomegranates and lemons can lose some of their nutritional properties and health benefits when boiled or exposed to high temperatures. Transfer the cream to a heat-resistant bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it cool completely. First, let it come to room temperature and then store it in the refrigerator. The next step would be to add the chilled and hardened citrus cream. But first, beat it in a separate bowl to give it a bit of creaminess. Once the cream is cold and smooth, continue with the recipe. Add 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of very cold heavy cream and beat it for 1 minute or until you achieve soft peaks. I use ambient Puratos cream. This cream may have different names depending on the region and country, such as heavy cream, whipping cream, or chantilly cream. The names may vary by location, but in general, they refer to the same whipped dairy cream preparation. When the heavy cream is firm, start gradually adding the citrus cream and beat until you obtain a firm, smooth, and thick cream. Now beat everything together to integrate well for 1 or 2 minutes, and it's ready. This cream can be made a day in advance. This cream holds up very well for 5 days in the refrigerator. This cream is perfect for filling sheet cakes, pastries, tarts, cupcakes, and individual glasses in several layers combined with different flavors. You can also use it to make a delicious layered ice cream with cookies. This cream is not suitable for covering cakes with fondant. However, if instead of adding the heavy cream, you add unsalted butter at room temperature and beat it until creamy, then yes, it will be suitable for covering cakes with fondant. I use Wilton's large nozzle number 1E and nozzle number 1M. Personally, I love these 2 nozzles. They are amazing. As you can see, the cream holds very well in a piping bag. This quantity will be enough to fill and cover a 20 cm, 8-inch, diameter and 10 cm, 4-inch, high cake, plus an additional beautiful decoration. I hope you make this cream. It is delicious, economical, and very, very easy to make. And whatever you do, don't click away now. The best part is yet to come. Tons of amazing recipes are lined up just for you. Keep watching, because you're about to discover even more incredible ways to elevate your desserts. In this video, I will show you how to make a delicious extra firm kiwi cream in just 5 minutes without using eggs or butter. This cream has an extra firm texture, making it ideal for filling cakes and tarts, as well as decorating desserts with precision and elegance. Kiwi is a fruit rich in vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that helps strengthen the immune system and protect the body against diseases. The cream is super easy to prepare, and you can have it ready in just a few minutes. Step 1. Peel and cut 4 kiwis into small pieces and set them aside for now. The amount of kiwi I use is 500 grams, 17.6 ounces. If you're feeling adventurous, you can try making this cream with other fruits like mango, passion fruit, or strawberries. The method is the same, and it opens up endless flavor possibilities. Prepare a saucepan or skillet and place it on the stove. Add the chopped kiwis and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 25 g. Stir occasionally and let it boil for 2 minutes. Now add the juice of half a lemon, about 50 milliliters, 3.4 tablespoons, while it continues to boil over medium heat. Mash the kiwis this way until you get a liquid-like kiwi puree. Add a little milk. Mix a bit to integrate the milk and add 50 grams, 1.8 ounces, of cornstarch. If you want to substitute cornstarch with wheat flour, the amount would be 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, of flour. Mix again, then add the rest of the milk and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. The total amount of milk I use is 300 milliliters, 1¼ cups. This can be either hot or cold. Return the saucepan to the heat, and without stopping stirring, bring the cream to a boil until it thickens well. One interesting thing about kiwis is that they contain an enzyme called actinidin, which makes them excellent for tenderizing meats. While we're not using them for that here, it's a fun fact that highlights how versatile this fruit is in both savory and sweet recipes. This cream can also be a hit for kids' desserts. You can layer it with crushed biscuits or granola in small jars to make fun, individual-sized treats that are as delicious as they are colorful. Now transfer the kiwi cream to a container, preferably made of steel or glass. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it come to room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator. Next step, add 250 milliliters, 1 cup, of very cold heavy cream or whipping cream, and beat for 3 minutes or until soft peaks form. The next step is to add the cooled and thickened kiwi cream. But first, whip it separately in a bowl to give it a bit of creaminess before adding it to the whipped cream. Add it gradually while whipping until you get a firm, fine, and thick cream. You can make this cream a day in advance. It keeps very well in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. This amount will be enough to fill a sponge cake or an 18 centimeters, 7-inch diameter tart with 2 generous layers of filling. If you want to use this cream for decorating as well, I recommend making a double batch or adding an additional 250 milliliters, 1 cup, of heavy cream. And here's a little tip: if you make extra cream, you can freeze it in small portions. When you need it, just let it thaw in the fridge and whip it lightly before using. It'll be good as new. Oh, and this cream isn't just for cakes. It's great for filling eclairs, layering in parfaits, or even as a dip for fresh fruit. Imagine dipping strawberries or cookies into it. Delicious. What makes it so special is that it's a dessert that not only tastes great but also provides plenty of health benefits. It's a treat you can feel good about enjoying. Did you know that kiwi seeds are not just edible but also packed with nutrients? Those tiny black seeds in the cream add a subtle crunch and are full of omega-3 fatty acids, which are great for heart health. Plus, the natural acidity of kiwi not only enhances the flavor but also helps the cream stay fresh longer in the fridge, making it perfect for preparing in advance. As you can see, the cream holds its shape perfectly when piped. It's firm and flawless. I hope you make this cream. It's delicious, economical, and super easy to prepare. Did you know that kiwis have twice the vitamin C of an orange? They also help boost your defenses. Their high vitamin C, folic acid, and mineral content make this fruit a great ally for our immune system. These nutrients stimulate the production of antibodies that act as a barrier against viral diseases. This kiwi cream with brown sugar is a delicious and healthy alternative to conventional creams, as it contains no eggs or butter. I hope you enjoy this recipe and try it at home. Don't hesitate to leave me your comments and suggestions in the comments section of the video. And if you have any leftover kiwi cream, you can use it as a topping for pancakes, waffles, or even a simple bowl of yogurt. It elevates everything with its unique flavor. Finally, the natural vitamin C in the kiwi not only boosts your immune system but also acts as a natural preservative, which is one of the reasons this cream holds up so well for several days in the fridge. It's like a dessert and a little health booster all in one. Thank you so much, and see you soon. This 100% apple cream is a delicious and fresh cream. that will captivate your palate with its apple flavor and aroma. Once you try it, you won't be able to resist it. A good cream is essential for our homemade sweet creations. And this apple cream is perfect for filling sheet cakes, pastries, tarts, cupcakes, profiteroles, or even for filling individual cups, making ice creams, and creating delicious desserts in just a few minutes. Today we're making a delicious apple cream, a healthy fruit that offers many benefits for our health. First step, clean and cut into small pieces 5 large apples and set them aside for now. Prepare a pot or a pan and place it on the stove. Add the chopped apples and let them heat up a little. Now add the juice of half a lemon, about 50 milliliters, 1.7 fluid ounces, while it continues boiling over medium heat. Optionally, add a teaspoon of erythritol or another type of sweetener and stir occasionally. Let them boil for 2 minutes. The amount of apples I use is 800 grams, 1.76 pounds, that is, the 5 large peeled and chopped apples weighed 800 grams, 1.76 pounds. Mash the apples like this if you want larger chunks. Or like this, until you achieve a kind of apple puree. Remove the pot from the heat and to the hot apple puree, add a little milk. Add 3 egg yolks. This step is optional. If you don't want to or can't add egg yolk, you can skip it. Add 100 g, 3.5 ounces, of all-purpose flour, mix again, and add the other part of the milk. The amount of milk I use in total is 300 milliliters, 10 fluid ounces. This can be hot or cold. If you want to substitute wheat flour for cornstarch, the amount would be 50 grams, 1.8 ounces, of cornstarch. Return the pot to the heat, add a teaspoon of vanilla essence, and without stopping stirring, boil the cream until it thickens well. Now transfer the apple cream to a container or a heat-safe bowl. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for a minimum of 2 hours. First, let it come to room temperature, and then store it in the fridge. Next step, add 500 milliliters, 17 fluid ounces, of very cold heavy cream and beat it for 3 minutes. The next step is to add the already chilled and firm apple cream. But first, beat it in a separate bowl to make it a bit creamy, and then add it to the whipped cream. When the whipped cream is firm, gradually add the apple cream and beat until you get a firm, smooth, and thick cream. This cream can be made a day in advance. This cream keeps very well for 5 days in the fridge. This cream is perfect for filling sheet cakes, pastries, tarts, cupcakes, profiteroles. Individual cups in several layers combined with different flavors. And it's also great for making delicious ice cream with cookies in layers or in individual cups. This cream is not suitable for filling or covering fondant cakes, nor for multi-tiered fondant cakes. This quantity will be enough to fill and cover a cake of 15 or 18 centimeters, 6 or 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches, high. As you can see, the cream pipes very well with a pastry bag. It's firm and perfect. I hope you make this cream. It's delicious, economical, and very, very easy to make. So don't hesitate to include this delicious fruit in your daily diet and make this firm and perfect cream for your desserts. They can also be used to make compotes, jams, and sauces that can be used in many different recipes. In summary, apples are a healthy and delicious fruit that offers many benefits for our health. With many different types to choose from and the versatility of using them in baking. They are an excellent addition to any balanced diet and any baking recipe. Extra firm Oreo cream, the perfect filling and decoration for cakes and cupcakes. Today, I'll show you how to make an extra firm cream, ideal for filling and decorating cakes, pastries, and cupcakes. No butter, ready in just 5 minutes, and with an irresistible Oreo flavor. This cream has the perfect texture, super firm, creamy, and easy to work with, making it perfect for any type of decoration or filling. Plus, there's no extra sugar added because the ingredients are perfectly balanced for a spectacular sweetness. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to prepare it, with tips and tricks to ensure it turns out perfect every time. This cream will be your best ally for impressing on any occasion. Just look at how firm it is and how well the details hold when piped. This cream is absolutely delicious, with an irresistible Oreo flavor that everyone will love. It's an easy, quick recipe with a spectacular texture, perfect for any dessert. Follow the step-by-step instructions and surprise everyone with this Oreo cream. It will definitely become your go-to recipe for decorating and filling desserts. Let me know in the comments which country you're watching from before we begin the recipe. Your comments truly make my day. Step 1. Crushing the Oreos. The first thing we'll do is crush a pack of Oreo cookies, including the cream filling, which is 185 g, 6.5 ounces. If you have a food processor, this step will be quick and easy since you'll get a fine crumble in just a few seconds. If you don't have a processor, don't worry. You can also place the cookies inside a sealed plastic bag and crush them with a rolling pin until they are finely ground. Once crushed, set them aside and move on to the other ingredients. Step 2. Choosing the right whipping cream. Here, I want to show you the 2 main types of whipping cream, as they are called differently in each country: heavy cream, whipping cream, or chantilly cream. Both options are excellent, but for this recipe, I'll use cold vegetable-based whipping cream, Ambient Puratos brand, because I love the extra firm texture it creates. In a bowl, pour 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of cold vegetable-based whipping cream. Start beating at medium speed for about 30 seconds, just enough for the cream to start thickening slightly. Then, increase the speed to the highest setting and continue whipping until you reach a soft peak consistency. This process takes no more than 1 or 2 minutes. Step 3. Mixing the condensed milk and cream cheese. While leaving the half-whipped cream aside, in another bowl, mix 150 milliliters, 5 fluid ounces, of condensed milk with 150 g, 5.3 ounces, of cream cheese. Use a hand mixer or a whisk to fully integrate them until you achieve a smooth, lump-free, and homogeneous mixture. This step is key to giving our cream that creamy and delicious touch, as well as a perfectly balanced sweetness. It's important to mention that we won't be adding any extra sugar to this recipe because the vegetable-based whipping cream already contains sugar, and the condensed milk adds the necessary sweetness. With these ingredients, the cream is perfectly balanced, not too sweet, not too heavy. Now, add the condensed milk and cream cheese mixture to the half-whipped cream. Beat at high speed for 1 or 2 minutes. Step 4. Understanding the difference between dairy and vegetable-based whipping creams. Dairy-based whipping cream is made from cow's milk, has a more natural dairy flavor, and contains about 35% fat, making it perfect for whipping and achieving firm creams. Vegetable-based whipping cream is lighter, already contains sugar, and is very stable, making it ideal for firm decorations that hold up in warm climates. You'll know the cream is ready when it forms stiff peaks that hold their shape when you lift the beaters. Step 5. Incorporating the crushed Oreos. The next step is to add the crushed cookies. Beat just until combined. Make sure everything is well mixed so that every bite of cream has that rich, intense Oreo flavor. And that's it. Our Oreo cream is ready. Look how firm and creamy it is. It's perfect for decorating cakes, cupcakes, or any dessert you want. Step 6. Decorating with piping tips. To show you how well this cream works for decorations, I'll be using piping tips 353, 1E, and 1M by Wilton. These piping tips are ideal for creating beautiful details on cupcakes or elegant borders on cakes. If you love experimenting with decorations, these tips will give you incredible results. Final thoughts. Did you see how easy it is to make this Oreo cream? Now you have a quick, delicious, and super firm recipe for decorating and filling any dessert. It's so versatile that it will quickly become your go-to favorite. Thank you for watching until the end. In this video, I will show you how to make a delicious extra firm strawberry cream in just 5 minutes, without using butter or refined sugar. A good cream is essential for our homemade sweet creations, and this strawberry cream is perfect for filling sheet cakes, pastries, making ice cream, or filling individual cups. It can also be used to decorate cakes and cupcakes, as well as for decorating desserts with precision and elegance. Strawberry cream is not only delicious but also has multiple health benefits. Strawberries are rich in vitamin C, which helps strengthen the immune system and prevent diseases. Add a healthy and delicious touch to your desserts with this fresh strawberry cream for cakes and enjoy its health benefits. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more delicious recipes. First step. Clean and cut about 600 grams fresh strawberries, 1.3 pounds, into small pieces. Prepare a saucepan or a pan. Once the strawberries are chopped, place the saucepan on the stove and add 50 milliliters lemon juice, 3 tablespoons, while continuing to cook over medium-low heat. Stir occasionally, optionally add 2 tablespoons of honey, and let it boil for 2 minutes. The process of boiling strawberries may slightly decrease their vitamin and antioxidant content, but that does not mean they lose all their benefits. In fact, Cooking strawberries can make some nutrients more easily absorbed by the body. Additionally, the flavor of cooked strawberries can be more intense and sweet, making them an excellent option for a variety of dishes. For example, cooked strawberries can be used in jams, cake fillings, sauces, and more. In summary, although boiling strawberries may slightly reduce their nutrient content, it does not mean they lose all their benefits. Strawberries can be enjoyed both raw and cooked, so don't hesitate to incorporate them into your meals in different ways. Blend the strawberries in this way until you get a liquid strawberry paste. Remove the saucepan from the heat and add a portion of 300 milliliters milk, 10 fluid ounces 1¼ cups, to the hot strawberry puree. Mix a little to integrate the milk, then add 50 grams cornstarch. If you want to substitute cornstarch with wheat flour, the amount would be 100 grams 3/4 cup flour. Mix again and add the rest of the milk along with 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. The total amount of milk used is 300 milliliters, 10 fluid ounces 1¼ cups, which can be either hot or cold. Return the saucepan to the heat and, without stopping stirring, bring the cream to a boil until it thickens well. Now transfer the strawberry cream to a container. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it reach room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator. The next step is to add the cooled, thickened strawberry cream, but first, whip it in a separate bowl to give it some creaminess. The next step is to add 250 milliliters heavy cream, 8.5 fluid ounces 1 cup, very cold, and whip for 3 minutes or until soft peaks form. This cream can be made a day in advance. This cream holds up well for 5 days in the refrigerator. This amount will be enough to fill a 18 centimeters, 7-inch cake with 2 generous layers of filling. If you also want to use this cream for decorating, I recommend doubling the quantity or adding 250 milliliters, 1 cup, more heavy cream. Then, gradually add it to the whipped cream while beating until you achieve a firm, smooth, and thick cream. As you can see, this cream pipes very well and is firm and perfect. I hope you make this cream. It is delicious, economical, and very, very easy to make. hope you enjoy this recipe and feel encouraged to try it at home. Today, we are preparing a sugar-free dessert in just 5 minutes, super creamy and full of flavor. This dessert is perfect for decorating cupcakes, filling cakes, enjoying by the spoonful, or turning into a delicious ice cream. I would be very happy if you write to me from which country you are watching while I start with the recipe. First step, peel and cut 3 bananas. For this recipe, I use 8 Ferrero Rocher chocolates. If you don't have them, you can substitute them with Nutella or melted chocolate and hazelnut cream. Transfer the bananas and chocolates to a food processor and blend until you get a smooth and homogeneous puree. Add 60 grams, half a cup, of cornstarch and 250 milliliters, 1 cup of milk. I use whole milk, but you can use any type of milk you prefer. Blend again until you obtain a liquid paste. If you prefer, you can substitute the cornstarch with 120 grams, 1 cup, of all-purpose flour. The next step is optional, add 4 egg yolks. If you don't like them or can't use eggs, you can omit them without any problem. Personally, I love the texture that the yolks bring to the cream, but as I mentioned, they can be omitted. The cornstarch acts as a thickener and is sufficient. If your intention is to use the mixture for piping decorations, strain the mixture with Ferrero Rocher to ensure it is very fine and free of lumps. Save the almond pieces that remain in the strainer and, after straining the entire mixture, stir very well. Transfer the saucepan to the stove, add the juice of half a lemon, and cook over medium heat. Boil for 2 minutes or until the cream thickens very well. Transfer the cream to a heat-proof bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it cool completely. First, let it reach room temperature, then store it in the fridge. Add the chilled and thickened banana cream, but first, beat it in a separate bowl to give it some creaminess. You can support me by sharing my tutorials on your social media accounts. Add 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of very cold heavy cream and whip it for 1 minute or until soft peaks form. I use Purato's ambient vegetable cream. This cream may have different names depending on the region and country, such as heavy cream, whipped cream, or chantilly cream. The names may vary depending on the place, but in general, they refer to the same preparation. When the cream is almost firm, start gradually adding the banana cream, whipping until you get a firm, smooth, and thick mixture. Beat everything together for 1 or 2 more minutes to fully integrate the ingredients, and that's it. You can prepare this cream a day in advance, and it keeps very well in the fridge for up to 5 days. It is ideal for filling sponge cakes, pastries, tarts, cupcakes, or serving in individual cups layered with different flavors. You can also use it to make a delicious ice cream. However, this cream is not suitable for covering fondant cakes. But if instead of adding heavy cream, you add unsalted butter at room temperature and whipped, I assure you it will work for covering cakes with fondant. This cream is enough to fill and cover a 20 cm, 8-inch, cake with a height of 10 cm, 4 inches, and also allows for beautiful decoration. For decoration, I use large piping tips 1E, 336, and 1M from Wilton. Personally, I love these 3 tips, they are fantastic. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and activate the notification bell to stay up to date with all my new videos. As you can see, the cream pipes beautifully with a piping bag. Also, check out my other videos. It is important for the growth of the channel. I hope you are encouraged to make this banana and Ferrero Rocher cream with no added sugar. It is delicious, economical, and very easy to make. How often do you find bananas in the fruit bowl that your kids refuse to eat just because they've ripened a little too much? This happens quite often in my house too, and I don't like wasting food. That's why I always try to give overripe bananas a second chance. Today, I bring you an amazing, budget-friendly, and super easy recipe. This is a delicious, sugar-free banana cream that you can use to fill cakes, sponge rolls, decorate cupcakes, and make individual desserts and pastries. If you add ripe strawberries, you'll give it an extra touch of flavor and freshness. One of the best things about this banana cream is that you can mix it with any other flavor to make your desserts even more unique. In Spain, the larger variety is called banana, while the smaller, sweeter, and more delicious one is known as Plátano de Canarias. In Venezuela, it's called camber. In many Central American countries, it's known as banana or banano, and in Cuba, it's called guineo. Learning how to make this delicious banana and strawberry filling for cakes is very simple, just follow these detailed steps. First, clean and slice 3 ripe bananas. Then take 250 g 8.8 ounces of ripe strawberries, wash them well, remove the leaves, and cut off any damaged parts. Set everything aside for now. Prepare a saucepan or skillet and place it on the stove. Add 50 g 1.8 ounces of butter and let it melt slightly. I use unsalted butter, but if you don't have any, you can use salted butter instead. Add the sliced bananas and strawberries, stirring occasionally. Now, add the juice of half a lemon, 30 milliliters 1 fluid ounce, while it continues to simmer over medium heat. Let it boil for about 2 minutes. The total weight of the bananas and strawberries I used is 600 g 21.2 ounces, the peeled and chopped bananas, plus 250 g 8.8 ounces of strawberries. Remove the saucepan from the heat and blend the hot banana and strawberry puree using an immersion blender, food processor, or a fork. Add a bit of milk, stir, and then mix in 3 egg yolks along with 60 g 2.1 ounces of cornstarch, corn flour. Stir well until fully combined and then add the remaining milk to reach a total of 300 milliliters 10 fluid ounces, which can be either cold or warm. Add a generous teaspoon of vanilla extract and mix. Return the saucepan to the stove and stir constantly until the cream thickens completely. The egg yolks add a lot of creaminess to the recipe, but they can be omitted if necessary. The cornstarch can also be replaced with 120 g 4.2 ounces of all-purpose flour. At this point, let the cream boil for 30 more seconds, then turn off the heat. Transfer the cream to another container, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, allow it to reach room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator for several hours or overnight. Next, take the chilled and firm banana strawberry cream. But before using it, beat it in a separate bowl to restore some creaminess, then add it to the whipped cream. Now, add 500 milliliters 17 fluid ounces of very cold heavy cream for whipping. You can use vegetable-based cream, like the one I use, or dairy-based whipping cream. Depending on your country or region, this type of cream may be called heavy cream, whipping cream, or thick cream. Whip it for about 3 minutes or until the cream is firm. Finally, incorporate the banana strawberry cream and continue beating until you achieve a smooth, thick, and stable consistency. You can prepare this cream a day in advance and store it in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. This quantity is enough to fill and cover a 20 cm 8-inch cake that is 10 cm 4 inches tall. However, it is not suitable for covering cakes with fondant. I used this cream to make individual dessert cups. At the end of the video, I'll show you the step-by-step process and how to use leftovers to create a beautiful dessert. I used Piping Tips 353 and 1M by Wilton. As you can see, the cream holds its shape very well when piped. I hope you try making this cream. It's delicious, budget-friendly, and incredibly easy to make. Here, I want to show you how I used this banana and strawberry cream to create delicious desserts in no time. I divided the banana strawberry cream into 2 parts and added chocolate ganache to one of them. I mixed it well and transferred both creams into piping bags. I prepared 5 250 milliliters 8.5 fluid ounces dessert cups and placed a layer of leftover sponge cake pieces from previous recipes. You can also use cookies. I soaked the sponge cake with syrup and added a generous layer of cream, then topped it with dark and white chocolate ganache. I added another layer of sponge cake, moistened it again with syrup, and added another generous layer of banana strawberry cream. I smoothed each cup with a spatula or spoon and covered the cream with crushed sponge cake. Then, I decorated the cups by making fun little faces with chocolate, adding details like ears and bows. If you do this with your kids, they'll love the results. I hope you find my tips useful, that you try this delicious cream, and that you use it to create these desserts or experiment with your own ideas. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. In today's video, I want to introduce you to a much healthier option than other creams that contain large amounts of refined sugar. This is the pear cream without added sugar and without eggs. It is a delicious and versatile option with an exquisite pear flavor. The riper the pears, the sweeter this cream will be, which you can use for multiple culinary preparations. For example, you can use it as a filling for cakes and pies, individual desserts, decorating cupcakes, or even for making homemade ice cream. Additionally, pear cream is an interesting alternative for people looking to reduce their sugar intake. This cream is characterized by its flavor and firm texture and is made from healthier ingredients than other creams. First step, clean and cut 4 ripe pears and set them aside for now. Prepare a saucepan or a skillet and place it on the stove. Add 50 grams, 1.76 ounces, of butter and melt it slightly. I use unsalted butter, but if you don't have it, you can use salted butter. Add the chopped pears, stir occasionally, and let them boil for 2 minutes. The amount of pears I use is 600 grams, 21.16 ounces, which means the 4 peeled and chopped pears weighed 600 grams. Now add the juice of half a lemon, about 40 milliliters, 1.35 fluid ounces, and while it continues to boil over medium heat, mash the pears like this until you get a kind of pear puree without added sugar. Remove the saucepan from the heat, and to the hot pear puree, add a little milk. Mix a little to integrate the milk and add 50 grams, 1.76 ounces, of cornstarch and a teaspoon of vanilla essence. If you want to substitute cornstarch with wheat flour, the amount would be 100 grams, 3.52 ounces. Mix again and add the other part of the milk. The total amount of milk I use is 300 milliliters, 10.14 fluid ounces, which can be hot or cold. Put the saucepan back on the heat, and without stopping stirring, boil the cream until it thickens well. Now transfer the pear cream to a container, preferably steel or glass. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it come to room temperature, and then store it in the fridge. The next step would be to add the already cooled and set pear cream. But first, beat it in a separate bowl to give it some creaminess, then add it to the whipped cream. Next step, add 500 milliliters, 16.91 fluid ounces, of very cold cream and beat for 3 minutes. When the cream is firm, gradually add the pear cream and beat until you get a firm, smooth, and thick cream. You can make this cream a day in advance. It keeps for 5 days in the fridge. This quantity will be enough to fill and cover a cake of 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches, high. As you can see, the cream holds very well with a piping bag, firm and perfect. I hope you make this cream. It's delicious, economical, and very easy to make. Note, this cream is not suitable for covering fondant cakes or for filling multi-tiered fondant cakes. Did you know, pears are rich in nutrients? Pears are an excellent source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals, such as potassium, vitamin C, and vitamin K. In summary, pears are a very healthy and nutritious fruit that can provide a great range of health benefits. Pears are easy to digest and are one of the foods that cause the least allergies. So don't hesitate to include this delicious fruit in your daily diet and make this firm and perfect cream for your desserts. Lastly, let me show you how, by mixing this pear cream with chocolate chunks, you can get a fantastic homemade ice cream. Mix the chocolate well with the cream. Transfer it to a piping bag, a bag, or you can even add the cream into cups using a spoon. I use these reusable minion cups to prepare 3 ice creams, but the best way would be with thin plastic cups, or you can make ice cream sandwiches or popsicles. With any of the 3 options, you will get a perfect homemade ice cream. This is a delicious cream that you can use to fill a cake, sheet cake, decorate cupcakes, individual desserts, or little cakes. And it's a perfect base for making homemade ice creams. This banana filling is perfect for banana lovers. Its rich flavor and creamy texture will leave you hooked, making you want to use it not only for cakes but also for pastries, tarts, cupcakes, profiteroles, tartlets, and layered desserts combined with different flavors. You can even use this banana cream to make delicious ice cream with cookies, chocolate, or cinnamon. One of the best things about this banana cream is that you can mix it with any other flavor to give your desserts a unique and original touch. In Spain, what we call banana is the small, sweet variety, while platano refers to a slightly less sweet variation. However, in many Latin American countries, they call it banana or banano, while in Cuba, it's known as guineo. In Venezuela, it's called camber, and it's the same sweet variety we use in Spain. For clarity in this recipe, I'll refer to this fruit as banana, making it easier to understand across different countries. Learning how to make this delicious banana filling for cake is very simple. Just follow these steps carefully. First step, start by peeling and chopping 5 bananas. On my channel, you'll find a wide variety of frosting and filling recipes for cakes, along with complete dessert recipes and delicious sponge cakes. Whether you're looking for the perfect cake filling, a smooth and creamy frosting, or a full cake recipe from start to finish, you'll find it here. Don't hesitate to subscribe and explore the recipes that interest you. I'm sure you'll discover something delicious to try. Thank you so much for your support. Prepare a saucepan or skillet and place it on the stove. Add 50 g, 3.5 tablespoons, butter and let it melt slightly. I use unsalted butter, but if you don't have it, you can use salted butter. Add the chopped bananas. Pour in the juice of half a lemon, 30 milliliters 2 tablespoons. Stir. Remove the saucepan from the heat, and while the banana puree is still hot, add a little milk and mix to combine. Then, add 50 g, 6 tablespoons, cornstarch and 3 egg yolks. If you want to replace cornstarch with all-purpose flour, use 100 g, 3/4 cup, instead. Mix again and then add the rest of the milk. The total amount of milk I use is 300 milliliters, 1¼ cups, and it can be either warm or cold. I will blend the mixture a little more. Do the same, but if you prefer a chunkier banana texture, you can skip this step. Return the saucepan to the heat, add 1 generous teaspoon of vanilla extract. And without stopping stirring, cook the cream until it thickens well. Now, transfer the banana cream to a glass or stainless steel container. Cover the cream with plastic wrap, making sure the plastic touches the surface, and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it come to room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator. The next step is to add the chilled and thickened banana cream. But first, beat it in a separate bowl to make it a bit creamier before mixing it with the whipped cream. Add 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of very cold heavy whipping cream and beat for 3 minutes. When the whipped cream is firm, gradually add the banana cream. And beat until you achieve a smooth, firm, and thick consistency. This cream can be made a day in advance. It stays fresh for up to 5 days in the fridge. This quantity is enough to fill and cover a 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inch, cake, about 10 centimeters, 4 inches, tall. This cream is not suitable for covering cakes with fondant and is not recommended for multi-tier cakes. I used this cream to decorate 24 large cupcakes with tall rosette piping. And since I had some leftover, I used it to make 3 delicious ice cream sandwiches. The cupcakes turned out beautiful. As you can see, this cream pipes beautifully, it holds its shape perfectly. I hope you try this cream. It's delicious, budget-friendly, and very easy to make. Thank you very much and see you soon.